This is what I realized at around age 13 when I began reading books on the different world economics and how it impacted the everyday man's ability. I'm not speaking about millionaires. I'm not speaking about centimillionaires. I'm not speaking about multi-billionaires. I'm referring to everyday man, their ability to sustain a living. And within those books that I read back then, they would have small little highlights to the right that speaks of things that I couldn't really get back then. But I kept writing it down in a diary because the library had the section where you can purchase diaries after borrowing certain books and returning it for a certain period of time, almost as a reward. So I got this diary, and these highlights from this book that speaks about world economics, I would write it down because I knew it was significant, but I didn't really know the exact profound substance of it. Now, unbeknownst to me, I was studying, but I loved it, and it was just a hobby. And I would go back home from the library and ask my mother about these things, and she will be aloof to them. And I realized, even back then, that most adults walking about are as dumb as a rock. Yes, even my own mother. And likely someone that you personally looked up to also as an adult. This is not out of any harsh emotions, but the simple, pragmatic reality. Because if most adults really got it figured out, this world wouldn't be screwed up. If most adults were competent about the reality of how this thing we live in works, it would undoubtedly be an utopia. But you cannot blame them because they only get what they know, and they can only do what they know. What they have inherited as far as state of mind and competence go is what they are using to navigate this thing called life as best as they can. But that empathy does not excuse you, just as it does not excuse them, for you to inherit the same fuckery of incompetence as they did. The reason why most people are confused about the most basic thing, which is self-identity, is because the adults have. Rarely would you find someone willing to just tell you the truth like that man just did. As the majority of people on this earth are idiots. Perceive it as being a sensitive topic, even though it's obviously, blatantly a reality. The majority of people on this earth are idiots. But think about it. If most humans are like that when it comes to identity, imagine how much more they are executing the same level of intelligence with every other subtle but substantive details in their lives. You be a little smarter. You be a little different. Focus on competence. Abate buzzwords. Examine and re-examine things that you've been given as reality. Because more than likely you would find